Last night was amazing. I really love the atmosphere, the little get-together, agape feast, me meeting you, have a fun with sharing a laugh. But when a message came in, and you can sense even that depression note in a Pastor Gotzel's voice, you cannot not to come to that point of saying, what? Hello? This is it. How would you feel? It's a Friday evening, and Lord is dead. We talked today that we have a Good Friday. For Peter, I need to repeat Pastor God's words, that was not so Good Friday. For him was a terrible Friday, an awful Friday. Can you imagine Sabbath? That was not day of the rest. He was totally off. I find him close between the four walls and trying to make a sense of what transpired, what happened. And I believe he finds himself in a pickle there because it hurts. His Lord, he's dead. All his storylines, all his dreams in his mind were gone. But thank God for the next day. Amen. Thank God for the next day. Amen. And the help came from the sources that are unusual. And I want to share 2 points with you, just 2. Because Peter was utterly depressed. Sky was closed under him. The earth don't want to open. And suddenly, that morning, he found himself facing confused face of Mary Magdalene. She came running. Interestingly, last sermon that I have with you here was talking about running. We talked about Father running. Now, Mary Magdalene running. But she's running from the grave, and she found out the grave is empty. Now she's even more confused. Oh, if someone stole Jesus' body, Lord's body, what's going on? She even then did not connect promises of the word, Messiah sacrificial life, and the disappearance of Jesus' body. She did not connect the two. But when she brought that to Peter, guess what happened with Peter? All that confusion of his now becomes even more elated. He's saying, okay, what's going on? What's going on? And now he starts running, but he did not run alone. You know, that's happened when you come to my age. And when you try to run with someone with 20 years and younger. And when they came there, John, according to the gospel, we believe it, John, he did not get into the grave. But Peter did. And he saw empty. What does this mean? Even then, he could not connect promises of the world, of the Bible, words of the Jesus before that, and this empty tomb. And now, there is no reality comes in. There is no more depression saying, what's this coming? How to understand this? And guess what? He left the gravesite. But Mary Magdalene came in again. She stayed there. And she started talking with the Jesus, and she didn't even recognize him. But guess how she recognized him? When we read that, it's a beautiful, when you read that, I believe her eyes were teared up. She didn't see properly. But Jesus, in her confusion, said, "Oh, please tell me, you're a gardener here. Where is my Lord? Where is the body? Where did you hide him?" And he just said one word. Do you know the word? He said, "Mary." Amen. And suddenly, she just, "Rabboni, Jesus." Amen. And now she's running for a second time. Guess where she ran for? To Peter and disciples. Guys, I want to bring this point to you. It's very much important. I love this because it makes sense to me. Peter will have another not so good day if Mary did not start running, sharing her experiences, sharing her good things that she found out. Even in confusion, she will say, "Hey, this is what happened to me." You know what he's telling me? I cannot keep quiet. Amen. My experience is not to be hoarded. Amen. Because that even so not so good experience can be a blessing in disguise. I don't know that. But being open, I can help some Peter beside me in my life who needs that struggle. Because of Mary's struggle, Peter get a reality that this is not the end. He finds out saying, "Wow, there is something more. There is something that I totally lost." That means what I'm gaining from this is experiences that I am getting in my life are there not for my own personal use. My struggles that I am having in my life, it's not for the personal use. And let me share this. I get this new technology thanks to Roger. I want to share this with you because it's a very interesting point. And this is from, okay, I need to enlarge it here. This is from Ellen White. Listen to this. There are souls perplexed with doubt. Hello, Peter? Burdened with infirmities. We can identify with it, am I right? Weak in faith and unable to grasp unseen. Do we see Peter here? And listen to this. But a friend who they can see, coming to them in a Christ stead, can be connecting link to fasten their trembling faith for Christ. Amen. Isn't this beautiful quote? Amen. Telling me, guys, you and I, we are not given to walk this planet of earth alone. I need your struggles. Peter gained perspective in his life because Mary shared hers. She ran, she shared that. I can be a better in my life because you share your experience. Sometimes we are afraid what people will think about us because of experiences that we're going through. But just because we think about ourselves little, that's not mean that our God is not big. He is there. He gave us that experience for a reason. For me to get encouraged, but also Peter beside me to grow. That's why I would like to give you opportunity for you to run this morning. And Pastor Gotzo has a good idea which I would like to give you, because I don't know. I really don't know if you want to stay for a second service or not, which I want you to do that because Pastor Kevin is going after me with awesome messages also. But if you don't want to stay, I want to give you opportunity to take a run and use the board here. You see this whiteboard here? I don't know if you're on a balcony or on a... this is a time that I would like you to use. Even if you want to say something, to commit yourself, to use even some decoded messages or coded messages. For example, I see there CRA. I hope that's not Canada Revenue Agency. But for a person who wrote that there, that means something. And I want you to have opportunity to say, God, I have something to tell you. I want to bring my heart to you. I'm confused in my life. I have certain things that I cannot understand. Did Mary understand everything? Did Peter understand everything? But they still run in order for them to gain perspective. And I want this Sabbath for you to be something that you can stop for a moment. And while you are running towards whiteboard, there are not crayons, but there are the markers that you can use. And I would like you to take opportunity to stand up and use this, write something there. Just for you to know, one in a corner there, it's a man. I actually used some artistic skills of mine. I put a stick man who is running and saying, I'm coming, Lord. That's me. And I want to give you opportunity to do that. And while we're doing that, I would like us to sing a song, which I very much love in hymnals, Because He Lives. Everyone know that song? Amen. Let's then sing that song. We will be led by the pianist here. And please use your time, stand up. And we will sing the song about twice, and we will then go back into the play, because I want you to have opportunity to come, to say something, to talk to the Lord. Use your descriptive language, wherever you want to say. If you want to put something there just for yourself, do it. Just give other people space. Let's sing, Because He Lives, because we have a new hope in Him. Amen. Because He did something awesome. He brought Peter from totally helplessness into now new man who is running, who is searching for meaning of that new reality. Because He lives. Let's sing that song. Now I would like to, there is another song that I don't want to stop here. I want to really press this, because it's point that we need to really somehow soak into. Your life matters. You are important. God gave you certain experiences that are unique. Amen. And because of that uniqueness, I can be encouraged. I need that uniqueness. I need Mary Magdalene in my life. That's why there is another song that I was thinking of, but you choose also good one, is 526. Because He lives. I really love that song. It somehow always make me cheerful. That's why, please, the board is yours. I know that you in your life struggles. How I know that? Well, if you at least have a crazy personality like mine, then you must have some problems in your life. And let me tell you that I can identify with that. I can identify. I don't know if you're struggling with the finances. God bring that finances in you, that experiences, in order for you to glory God, give Him praises before He deliver the blessing. Amen. And when you share that with me, your struggles, and say, wow, I want a piece of that cake. I want that experience. And now you become something and say, hey, wow, thank you for that encouragement. That's why. Let's sing a song one more. 526, Because He lives. And you stand up, use the whiteboard, share your journey with God. Tell Him what is on your heart. Because He needs that. You need that. You need that. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? Let me tell you, I am not a good singer. My wife actually told me, even if I'm in shower, she said, stop. But when this song is in question, I cannot stop myself. It's a beautiful song. It's encouraging.
Amen.
And I'm glad that I share this with you and we have this time. Please don't be stopped just because I'm talking. Use this time. Use your running time to the whiteboard and do whatever God put on your heart. Last point. Jesus put Peter against the wall by asking him 3 questions. You know what I'm talking about? You know that Jesus did that with a reason. To remind Jesus, to remind Peter about what's going on. To remind him about past, what he did. To remind him about his character that needs to change. And the first question that he asked Peter, I want to share with you. Remember what he asked him? Peter, son of, do you love me more than these? You know what? I believe Jesus asked this Peter in front of everyone, in front of all disciples there. I believe there was about 7 of them. I believe everyone was like, wow. What Peter will say. Peter did not even go there. Didn't even want to answer that question. You know what? Jesus never pressed it forward. Jesus accepted that as a maturity, as the point that Peter learned the lesson. That what is important is the depth of the relationship with Jesus Christ, not how that depth is compared to the other people. Let me repeat that because this is important. Sometimes we're measuring our relationship with Jesus Christ towards other people. I am better in my relationship than Pastor Gotzo. I don't have that right. Peter needs to learn to accept the fact that only thing that is important in our life is his depth of relationship with Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Nothing else.
Amen.
That is important.
Amen.
He learned now not to compare. He at least get a sense that that's not what spirituality is all about. But listen, he will limp regarding that. Because not couple of minutes after that conversation, he's asking Jesus Christ, what this guy thinking of John is doing here? And Jesus saying, what on earth you're talking about? I tell you, you came follow me. Leave that man in my care. We need to take ownership of our relationship with God.
Amen.
We need to be really, really open to see how God is guiding. Sometimes, let me put it this way, pain in Peter's life is given by Jesus Christ. He is the originator of that emotional pain right there and there because he was asking him, Peter, do you love me more than this? He needs to face that reality. He needs to face the music right there. That means telling me one thing, that pain, anguish in our life, sometimes is orchestrated by this is hard to swallow, but orchestrated by mine and your God, in order for you and I to grow.
Amen.
There is some unbelievable spiritual growth through the events of our life that we don't have a logical reason why they are there, but they are there. If we believe that there is no coincidences, that God is mine and your Savior, that He is always in control of mine and your life, Amen. Then everything in mine and your life has a reason Amen. To be there. Amen. And that's a hard thing to do. But there is a price. For that thought, for that security in our heart, there is a price. And price is a cross.
Oh, yeah. Amen.
It's already done. It's already paid for.
Praise the Lord.
It's already there. We don't need to struggle. We don't need to earn it. It's there Amen. For you and I. Are you ready to accept it this morning? There is a verse that I would like to share with you. And it's a part of the song that we will all sing together. It's actually somehow like a motto song or theme song for all of this. And listen to the words. At the foot of the cross, where the grace and suffering meet. You have shown me your love through the judgment you received. And you've won my heart. Yes, you won my heart.
Amen.
Now I can trade these ashes for the beauty and wear forgiveness like a crown. Coming to kiss the feet of the mercy, I lay every burden down at the foot of the cross, where I am made complete. You have given me life through the death you bore for me.
Glory to God.
Why don't we stand up and sing this song together? And after that, we will have a benediction.